Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes podcast. I'm Bert Lepore. He's Samuel Monte Carlo. We're hanging here with Angry Mike D, and we talk about music, movies, and so much more.
All right, we're back with another episode of Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes, episode 57. I feel like we haven't done this in a long time.
People had vacations.
Yeah, a lot of vacations going on.
Right, but we got a pretty full episode on this one. We got a couple movies we're going to review, talk about some other stuff, and then we got Thanksgiving coming up. So
yep,
we'll load it up.
Should be fun. All right, let's start off with the big news from last week: Rocky versus Drago. What do you got on this, Damo?
Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect. It just seems like Stallone just keeps on like regurgitating different Rocky stuff, but
I don't like it.
Yeah, no. Don't. I'll explain.
It's my opinion. It kind of just seems like I said, he just keeps on like going back and redoing this and another sequel of something else. Maybe he'll do like a whole Drago series next. Who the hell knows? He's working on like a Broadway version. It's like, dude,
oh my god,
I love it and everything, but I just wish he would just like put it to rest.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I went in there I heard about the director's cut a couple months ago. They're going to do a new version of Rocky 4, and my expectations were very, very low. Didn't really know what to expect, but after watching it and seeing some other reviews from other people, such a pleasantly surprised. Actually, so much to the point where I actually liked it better than the original, because this one was probably one of my least favorite ones.
Right.
I could tell you, was there less Adrian?
Yes, there was a lot of less Adrian.
Yes.
Definitely. All that shit was
so that made it for Damien, right?
Yeah, I probably
major points right there. Yeah.
I think that's what it was. They totally cut out a lot of the kid stuff, a lot of the Adrian stuff. It seemed like it was really focused on the boxing match.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really was. And do I think it was better or worse? No, I think it was good either way. It moved a lot faster. It focused more on the boxing. And if you notice, Dame, a lot of the songs were like more like videos. They're like video montages kind of thing. And do you remember the opening?
That was big in the 80s.
That was huge in the 80s. Do you remember the opening for the original? Well, the opening for the theatrical version was the two gloves coming together after they did like the little recap. Now, you notice it was different this time. I think
it was longer.
Yeah,
it was a longer recap. And then it comes in with Rocky 4. Rocky versus Drago is basically like the subtitle of the movie.
Yeah. And Drago had more lines. He definitely was a little more involved in this one, and there's more boxing too. I think the boxing was longer.
Yes. So the original movie, there was the final fight scene was like 12 minutes long. This one was 14 minutes. Well, first it should be noted that they removed 41 minutes or something like that of the original movie. And but they added 40 minutes.
Right. So it's like a minute that they really cut out of everything, but they deleted shit and put new shit in, kind of deal.
Right. Wow. And some of the things are kind of hard to even see, because it might have just been like maybe like 30 seconds or a minute extended of one scene or something.
Right. The fight scenes seemed more intense to me now.
Yeah, and one thing,
Well,
yeah, one thing that I read that they did is they made them more real, because they said that had some of the phoniest boxing in all the Rocky movies. Like you could actually see a punch not connecting like several times. So with today's technology, they fixed that. They didn't make the punch sounds like that fake. Like they kind of made it a little more real.
I thought the original ones, they weren't they really kind of hitting somewhat.
Well, in real life, he did. Dolph Lundgren did connect with.
Right, I heard he gave him a
You know.
concuss.
Yeah, he did.
He cracked
Yeah.
a couple ribs too. I think he got really screwed up.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe after that, maybe the rest of the filming, he was extra cautious, and clearly they showed it in the actual film where he wasn't really connecting on some of the angles. I guess you could see where he didn't really hit him, but on this one, they definitely fixed all that. And the whole like the one thing I didn't like about it is because it was a little cartoony, but the comedy and it's just like the corniness and shit like that
With the robot and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was like,
you know
it
what
was just
though, like, and I'm going to tell you what, like, I'm not a big fan of montages. So like, that's what I think even ruined Scarface for me was the montages and
Yeah.
And so I mean, I liked Rocky IV, but the montages initially just kind of ruined the film for me.
Yeah, there might have been like 3 in there.
Yeah.
Which is typical, the training montage, the montage where, he's thinking, he's driving in his car and he's, you get that shit. But,
you know what, in Stallone's defense a little bit though, and I think this is why he's doing it, is because I think he got screwed out of Rocky. Like, he didn't make that much money off of Rocky. He made more. He got more into the limelight from it, but I think the studios took a lot of that Rocky money and they wouldn't give him the rights to it and things like that. So I think now he's trying to make his money off of Rocky again.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, from what I read is that he did it during the pandemic. He did all the editing himself, maybe with someone else, but I guess it was, it was a solo thing that he kind of did just to pass the time away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes you'll see films come out like Rob Zombie when he put out Halloween 2.
Mm-hmm.
He said that the version that you seen in the theater wasn't the version he wanted to put out. And if you watch the director's cut, it's so much better as a film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just different stuff that didn't make sense because they're editing shit where it's they're using footage, but it don't make total sense. If you watch the director's cut, a lot of times there's reasoning for some of the spots.
I usually like and look forward to director's cuts, and this one I definitely really liked, and I thought it definitely helped.
It sounds like they actually cut stuff.
They cut a lot of shit, dude. They cut a lot.
They added shit and cut shit.
Pretty much, they cut a huge chunk of Paulie out of the movie.
Yeah,
a huge chunk. And look, I think it was well deserved because in that movie he wasn't
a
great.
jerk.
Yeah, one-liners.
He's a little too goofy. The whole robot thing was stupid. There was scenes with his son that were cut. I think his son was in like one scene at the dinner table, but it definitely focused more like on, it was like Apollo was like the focus.
Yeah.
And it was basically like Rocky getting revenge, but there was more, the manager, not the manager, his trainer, Duke, who kind of managed or trained Rocky. You never see him talking in the movie. His famous line was, "Throw in the damn towel, man."
Yeah, Creed's guy. Yeah.
So let me ask you though. Now, did this ruin the Creed timeline?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I mean, the only thing you notice really is that Rocky's wife or Apollo's wife isn't Felicia Rashad.
Yeah.
Because she's in it a good portion of it. During the funeral scene. It's like well, they obviously use a different person, and because the Creed movie is still kind of fresh in your head,
Yeah. And the funeral scene was good, and that looked like it was extended. And
was there even the funeral scene in the original one?
I think it was quick. It was just like maybe
super quick.
Yeah, super quick. This
one was
Duke
long.
Talks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rocky, I think, even gives a speech.
Yeah.
I don't remember that in the original version of that.
Yeah, I don't remember it either.
Let me ask you guys: did you guys ever see? And I've seen a couple of them. They're pretty neat. Yeah, they're like fan versions of movies or TV shows.
Yeah,
it's like a fan edit, like say like something like The Sopranos. Somebody put out The Sopranos and pretty much condensed it to like maybe like 2.5 hours of the whole series. There's all kinds of shit out. There's a lot of Star Wars and all that too.
I'm tired of fans dictating what they fucking want. a fan edit. You know, both hands. That's all you hear anymore is these people online. Oh, it should end and it should end this and that and they killed this character and blah blah blah. Would never killed him and blah blah blah. They should have made him live at the end and shut the fuck up.
Some of the things, the Star Wars ones, are really, really well done. There was somebody redid the fight scene with Darth Vader and Obi-Wan in the first movie. But so you see the original, it starts out with the two of them coming together, but then they like got like stand-ins and looked fucking great. They did like all kinds of like acrobatic shit that you see in the like in the other movies. Now all the fucking Jedis, they do these fucking flips and all that. Well,
you know what? That's another thing. And I'm glad you brought up Star Wars in this too, because you can't find as far as I know now, you can't find the original versions of it.
Yeah, they should make them more available.
I don't know if they're holding out or they just don't want to act like they exist anymore. But this is what actually started souring me on the whole Star Wars series, because I want the memory I had as a kid, and you can't find that anymore. I have it on VHS tapes,
right?
And it's like it's hard to watch on VHS tapes these days. You know?
Yeah.
So well, it's like,
you know, though it's I don't think it's something that they don't want to put out because they want people to forget about it. I think it's just something that it's like money in the bank.
I don't know, man.
They'll milk it later.
If it hasn't come out on DVDs, and you figure DVDs have been around for what, man? I don't know, close to 25 years at this point.
But when it dies down, it'll probably come out repackaged like the original versions, you know.
2027,
or they'll put them on like iTunes or something for like, you know, you can rent them, but they won't let you buy them.
20th anniversary or the 50th anniversary, they'll probably put it out like this grand box set.
How about do you guys believe that movie's that old? I can't believe it. It's 50, like, what was it, 78 maybe?
77 initially, yeah.
I mean, dude, that's wow. Time fucking flies.
It's crazy.
2 years old, man. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Well, you know what? I think the reason why they do some of these cuts is because I think they're aware of what fans do on YouTube and shit, and they see the amount of action that it gets as far as like hits, and it's hey, you know, we have.
Dude, I stopped so creative. Some of them.
Yeah.
Like I like the idea of taking it. I think it's a neat idea of taking a series, like say The Sopranos, Breaking Bad, or something like that. Taking that whole series, if you could condense that whole series into like a 2.5 hour movie and not chintz on anything, that's fucking pretty cool. You know?
Yeah, it's difficult to do, especially for.
I mean, it's cool, but it's like you're ruining it. Like just say like you never saw Sopranos before and you come across that on the internet or whatever, and you watch it. It's like you're ruining the experience for somebody else in that show.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, the character development might not be there exactly because, sometimes it takes a while to build in the character. It's really
not your art to fuck with. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
No, I know what you mean.
Some of them are really, really interesting, though. I mean, people are creative. People are extremely creative. Like you look at some of these memes that people put out, it's like, I remember a couple of years ago when the Eagles were playing the Bears and the guy from the Bears missed the field goal. There was memes up like immediately and they were all fucking hilarious. But I was like, oh my God. I mean, it just happened.
Yeah.
I mean, immediately. So people are quick and people are very creative. There's a lot of talented people out there.
People are mean too.
People are very mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of the Rocky stuff, we didn't talk about this much before, but Rocky, every movie has a couple cool songs in it. There's always some cool fucking songs, whether it be the orchestration stuff or even like, you have Rocky 3 is Eye of the Tiger. Great song. For the
Rocky
time.
4
it was
too.
a great song.
Yeah.
Rocky 4 had No Easy Way Out. Is that the title of that song?
No, but Eye of the Tiger was in Rocky 4 also.
Yeah. They put that in there, but No Easy Way Out. And what was the other one? Burning Heart? Was that in 4 too?
Burning Heart. Yeah, that was in there.
And I always link everything to Survivor. They're not all Survivor.
I think Rocky 4 might have been my favorite soundtrack.
Coming to America? How great is that song?
That's right.
Great James Brown song.
Yeah.
And dude, they played the whole thing. In that new version, it's the whole thing.
And they show a lot of Drago's reactions. Like, what the fuck is?
Yeah. Yeah, man. If it's but I always think of the Rocky soundtracks. Like he puts in the right
You mean,
song.
was it Living in America?
Living in America?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so they say coming to America.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, wait, coming to America. No,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah. You know what?
I'm thinking
I always
America.
think of that too.
That was Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I meant that America's. I'm thinking coming to America. I must have thought Eddie Murphy.
In
Something like that.
America.
In America, it's the Neil Diamond. It's like, yeah, you're always hearing the fucking Sweet Caroline. What about the other songs?
Coming to America.
Yeah.
I did that karaoke this summer.
Did you really?
Yeah, for Donna's birthday, 4th of July.
Oh man, you got a tape?
We did. Yeah, we did all America songs.
Dude, you got to get me some of this shit, man. That's post-worthy. Come on, Dane.
Yeah.
That's post-worthy. But to wrap up the Rocky thing, I thought it was good. I thought it cut out a lot of fat and went right to the action, and it was a lot less Adrian, a lot less of the kid, a lot less of the, and that's the problem with a lot of the Rocky movies for me. The boring parts, maybe because it's a guy thing, but the boring parts are the whole thing, even like Rocky 2, when they go to the zoo and who fucking cares? Like, you could cut half of that down.
Yeah, I actually did kind of like that.
Some of it I did.
But
okay, you know what? And I'm going to say, like, I know it seems pointless and stuff like that, but sometimes it's like it was a drama movie and it's character building, and it's not just like boy meets girl, she with him, her with her, he with him. I don't know. It's just like it gives you a little bit like how they're compatible with each other.
Right. Exactly.
So, I think that's missing in a lot of movies today. I don't know.
Oh, definitely. Right now,
especially the dialogue.
Yeah, too much action.
I listen to dialogue in movies and I'm like, I just feel like, man, this ain't the way people talk.
Yeah.
Like, and if you go back and you watch from the 70s, it seems more like it's real.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the dialogue now, it's like, you got to watch what you say. You got to get the fuck out.
I'm not even talking about it in that matter, but I'm just saying it just seems more like a real flow to it. Like you watch, like especially like you watch something like Jaws, and it's of course it's about the shark and everything, but the dialogue and in between all the actions,
what's the word? Commodity? No, that's right word. The commodity.
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie. Yeah, the camaraderie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still can't talk, man.
The commodity between the two actors.
But they had a flow, like they flowed together.
Oh God!
They look like they were friends or whatever. Yeah, the camaraderie. I put a lot of extra R's in there by mistake. There's definitely a flow to that stuff.
Camaraderie.
But there's definitely a flow to that stuff, man. Okay, so Rocky for me, I like both versions. I'll take either one. It was cool to see a different version of it. Dame, what you think? Damo? You breaking up, Damo?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
It's a storm.
Yeah, you broke up, Damo. Do that again. Are you back?
I thought it was great.
Like,
I thought it was great.
I'm gonna Damo, what do you think of the new Rocky versus Drago?
I thought it was great. I really enjoyed
it. Mike D, do you have any interest in watching it?
Yes.
I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it.
We're out of control tonight.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. Yes.
now the Dave said it's great.
Let me tell you.
Man. Let me tell you.
Thought it was great.
So okay, moving on to a movie I tripped over on Netflix that I thought was pretty good. A movie called, if I say it right, An Incident in Ghostland. And it came out in 2018 by a French director. I can't say his name, so I'm not even going to try. But
Pascal Lagri. I don't know.
Yeah, how you say it, Mike?
I said Lagri. I don't know if the R is silent. I'm not really. I don't want to mess up French like some other important people.
Anyway, the guy's French. Yeah. So it's loosely about these three women. Well, one woman, the mother, and two kids, and they're teenagers, and they're on their way to Duran Clarice's house, who recently passed away, but in her will, She left him in the house. So as one sister's bratty, one sister's kind of like a bookworm, wants to be a writer, kind of lives in her own kind of world kind of deal. And the other sister pretty much rags on her the whole time. So in the opening scene, you see this kind of like candy or ice cream truck kind of go by. And the one girl, Vera, who's the bratty one, gives him the finger.
Yeah.
That's like, the first, opening, something's up there. Now, Mike, you said you seen a boy or somebody in the road or something. Which I didn't notice that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Because I'm frozen on my end. Okay.
Yeah, you look confused.
I'm confused. No, in the very beginning, when the three of them are in the car, this boy runs down the road. I don't know. It was very fast. Looked like he was kind of wearing 18th century clothing or something like that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You noticed that too? I didn't know.
I did.
It looks. I think he just ran to the middle of the road and either sat down or just stood there. But Vera saw him. The weird sister didn't.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's strange.
I noticed that too. Yeah.
And it seemed like without foreshadowing too much, it seemed like it had nothing to do with the rest of the movie.
Right. Yeah.
So
that's weird. There's
only one thing I could think of, but it can't be because we'll get into it.
Okay. So they pretty much, they're on the road. They stop into this little, I guess like a store, a little shop, general store, whatever you want to call it. And the one girl's looking at the books and stuff like that. She talks to a lady and she tells the lady why they're in the town that they're in. And the lady kind of gives her like a weird look. And the lady kind of just disappears. She don't really come back. And she sees this newspaper that talks about some kind of like house invasions where these people are murdering the parents but sparing the daughters. Mm-hmm. And so she sees that. But you don't know if it's her imagination or what the deal is. And to make a long story short, they pretty much go to the place. They're settling in. It's pretty creepy. There's all these weird, creepy dolls hanging around and all that kind of stuff. It's a pretty weird looking place where even like the one sister goes, "Hey, looks like Rob Zombie's house." Like, yeah, it's like kind of freaky looking. So, out of nowhere, this big fat fucking dude fucking comes in and pretty much, hurts the mother, beats up the mother, and the kids are running away. And then this other person walks in, and it looks like a girl, but like a real muscly looking girl. And so you're thinking the whole time, like, what the hell's that thing? They come in and they ask her, like, why are you doing this to us? And she goes, because we want to play with dolls. So that was kind of weird. Fucking
the mother takes the one out though.
Yeah, the mother pretty much beats up one and beats up the other, and then it switches to this like 16 years later, and you see like now she's the stranger girl. Yeah, is like a horror author, and she's got this book she wrote about that night of the incident, and it's like this huge bestseller. She's doing the circuit and all that stuff, and out of the clear blue or whatever, it shifts back to they're still in the room. So that's the twist. The twist is that they're still in this room. She never escaped. It was her imagination.
Well, you skipped a few things there because she got the phone call from the sister, and she was screaming in the phone and everything like that.
The sister's like traumatized by it.
Right.
What happened, and she's like crazy.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's true. You got the phone call, and it's just traumatized. But the twist was that freaked me out. It was like that they were still there. I thought that was a nice twist.
I thought it was a good twist, but it was in the middle of it. That's the only thing. Like, it was kind of cool and different that it was in the middle.
Yeah,
that's where it lost me.
It got weird. I had to stop and go, wait, what's going on?
And that was like 45 minutes into the movie.
She was just traumatized and kind of living the rest of her life. Like
in a fantasy,
in a dream, in a fantasy, like, this isn't happening. This is what's really happening. So she kind of just blocked it out on the spot.
Yeah, and it was weird. I mean, the spoilers here, but after that, it's like, they try and escape or whatever, and you really got to watch the film. I don't want to give away everything, but it's just got so many twists and turns. I mean, I don't want to give away totally the ending or nothing like that, but for me, I thought it was a pretty decent horror movie. I thought it was okay. Damon, what you think?
It was just confusing for me. I mean, I thought it started out strong. It definitely got my attention, and then towards the middle, I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" I was like, it was like kind of like confused. Like the middle should have been, like what Mike said, that should have been like the end, pretty much. Like that should
Right.
have been the twist at the end, and then I don't know. It was just the editing, I guess, was bad. Whoever edited this movie, they should do a director's cut of this.
Right.
Because
And it really wasn't that long of a movie. It was only about an hour and a half.
hour and a half, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought the the candy truck people could have been, they could have been like cool, like slasher villains, but
I mean, there was no backstory on them really.
there wasn't. Yeah,
They were just like your random goons.
yeah. You didn't hear like when they were in the store, you think, oh, be careful the candy truck people. It should have been something like that. And who's a can? Oh my God, that was a truck. There should have been like some story behind it or something. The whole doll thing was freaking weird. I didn't get that.
Yeah, like they were infatuated with. Well, the fucking dude was infatuated. Like, what's the deal with? How are they together? There's no backstory. Actually, Mike came up with a great fucking.
Yeah.
But Mike, explain what you're explaining to me.
I said, if anything, they need to give you some kind of prequel on this, like on who those people were. And I was like, I think like if I had to make my own prequel to this, I would make that the one with the long hair is the mother's brother. And he raped the sister, and they had this disabled son, fat kid. Okay. He ends up killing his sister, and they lure the other one to the house later on. So that could be a prequel.
That's crazy.
I didn't write it, and it's not my story, but
Well, you're not friends.
That's how I would. I'm not. I mean, that was like another thing. It was the dialogue was a little hokey, which kind of like which intrigued me even more because it makes it that kind of like bad beef film for me. So there were some things in there that were a little hokey and laughable at times.
Yeah, the dialogue got a little lost,
especially with the mother who was French, and I think a lot of her stuff didn't come across right.
Yeah,
the one part where she's dancing. What the hell was she talking about? Like,
you got to remember too, because that wasn't real.
Yeah, true.
So that could be.
There was the blonde girl, I think.
Vera.
Yeah, I think it was Vera. In real life, there was like a real life accident on the set.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where she got cut with glass and wound up getting like 70 stitches on her face.
Wow.
And I'm looking at a picture. It's fucking noticeable, pretty bad. I think she sued. I read this the other day. She sued the company and got like, I don't know, like not a lot of money from it.
Incident in Ghostland. I thought it was pretty good. What'd you think, Damo?
It was okay. I mean, I'd probably give it a 4 or 5 out of 10.
Mike D?
It had potential.
Yeah, it did have potential. Mike D?
I liked the idea of it. The execution was a little bit odd, and I thought it kind of hit that little B movie realm with some of the dialogue, man. I kind of give it I'd say about a 6.
Yeah, I'd probably give it about a 6 too. It was good enough to watch, but
getting to the dialogue, I thought the cop at the end was awful, man. Dude, terrible actor. Terrible actor. I mean, it was bad.
Was she writing this the whole time? I want to know now. Like,
I'm thinking, was it all a fucking fantasy?
Right. That's what I'm wondering. Was it like, did she zone off on that car ride when that candy wagon passed her, or she just made something up?
Yeah. I mean, that would make sense. I mean,
yeah,
I hope.
I guess we'll have to wait for either the sequel or the prequel. So, guys,
there might not be neither. So we shouldn't be banking on this.
Probably not. So, guys, we're moving into Thanksgiving here, so I got some stupid questions for you. All right, I want to start off with Damo first. Dame, does your family have any Thanksgiving traditions?
No, we just kind of roll with it. I mean, we get the turkey, all that stuff, but there's no. We're not corny like that.
You don't roll like that.
Well, we don't sit around and tell stories or whatever. We don't watch Home Alone or Charlie Brown or something. We just
You just
know.
eat and get the fuck out.
Pretty much.
Mike D.
Yeah, man. Anymore, it's like at dinner at the tray.
Yeah. I hear that.
I don't
man.
know. It used to be something when you were younger, and then, everybody kind of moves away, and your family gets smaller. So
That's about accurate. Yeah.
but you got to get turkey, so stuffing and
Mhm.
all that stuff in. So
Yeah, I mean that's a given.
Yep.
yeah, I'm happy as long as I have that.
I think for me, we don't do nothing too special. We have dinner, watch some football, and that's really about it. So yeah, nothing crazy tradition wise here. Okay, Damo, what is the number one thing right now on your bucket list?
What, Thanksgiving wise?
No, anything in general.
Man. I got
Thanksgiving, yeah. I'm really going to get that turkey.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got a lot of bucket list items.
Well, you are doing something next weekend
yeah, it's a bucket list. I'm going hunting
for the
next
first time,
weekend.
right?
For the first
Oh,
time.
wow.
Something that I kind of always wanted to go, but it's only been like the past couple years I've been really, really interested in it. But when I was a kid, I had no interest. Even when I was in my 20s, I didn't really care about it. But just like the past 2-3 years, I've been 4 years maybe, I've been really into like outdoorsy type stuff and that way of life, and learning about it. It's definitely opened up my mind to to certain things that people might be that people that are opposed to it might disagree with.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own views, but when you learn a little more, educate yourself, it's kind of opens you up to it.
You're going full Ted Nugent for the weekend.
Yep.
Mike D, anything on your
That's what
bucket
I'm
list?
thinking. Yeah, man. Like I think I was just talking to Damien about it before, like getting one of them like tiny homes and like put it in like the middle of nowhere. And it's probably impossible to even do that, but just fucking run off the grid and just nobody bother you.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
For me, getting a motorcycle license is always on my bucket list and it just never happens. I'd never go do it. And
You have a driver's license.
yeah, I barely got one of those.
Motorcycle might be
wait.
for you.
I think you could just hop on a motorcycle, right?
No, you need a license.
You need
You
a license
sure?
for that? You do.
I think if
Absolutely.
you could have just a motorcycle license and not a car license. But I think if you have a car license, you could just get on a motorcycle.
No, it's a different
No?
license.
I actually looked into this about 7 years ago. I got the permit book and I was studying, and then I was actually looking online. It was for maybe picking up a bike, and then so you know what, my stupid ass will do something really fucking dumb. So I didn't go through with it.
Yeah, well,
But
that's
yeah,
I can't pay attention.
I don't know, man. About you on a
You take-
motorcycle, there, Bert.
You take a course like a permit. They show you how to do it. It's probably a lot easier than what you would think. And then they have bikes that they give you for that. And then you got to go through like a course to take the test to get your actual license. But yeah, you do need a license for it.
This is what I picture. I picture Bert on a big Harley Davidson driving 10 miles an hour.
How about I get the Harley Davidson, somebody else drives me?
Right.
Wait,
like
you're-
Batman or Robin.
You're not going to have a little bitch car now. are
No,
you?
I'm not going to drive, bitch. I'll be in the
You-
front.
you-
Make pretend I'm driving.
That's even stranger.
Yeah, man.
Or you'd be like one of those Batman and Robin bikes. You'd
Yeah.
be riding on the
The side. That's funny.
sidecar. Yeah.
Okay,
That's what I mean. No, you can't go bitch.
Damo, if you could have any celebrity right now over for Thanksgiving dinner, who would you have? It's tough.
Man, I don't know. Damn, man, I don't know about that one.
Tough one, huh, Dame? On the spot.
Yeah, it is a tough one. You better skip me.
Dame, we're gonna go back to Dame. Mike D.
I would have Albert Lepore over for my Thanksgiving
Oh,
dinner.
thanks, buddy. I'd probably have Gene Simmons, but the worst part will be he'll be hitting on my wife, my mother-in-law, my sister.
I mean, you already know you can't have Arthur Fonzarelli.
You
So-
can't. The Fonz loved my wife. Yeah, he was flirting with her like crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. Dude, we
Dude,
took
that picture was great. Oh my
I gotta
god!
put the picture up.
It was almost
Yeah.
like he was pushing out of the picture.
We took a picture, man. He's like, "Do you mind?" And I'm like, okay. I'm like, in the background of the picture, he's all, So, Dame, nobody
I don't know, man. I resurrect Chris Farley. I think he'd probably be
had to
fun.
keep you entertained. That's
Yeah.
good.
Nobody's going to eat, man, because he's going through that
I
table.
know.
Yeah. That's a good one. I can see that. I can see that one. Damo, have you ever tried the Tudurkin?
No, but I'd like to though.
There's a lot going on though. Mike D.
Yeah, turkey, duck, and chicken.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, man. It's like it's too weird. I don't know.
I'd be all into it.
I don't think I like
I would
duck.
love I'd love to try it.
You ever tried duck? I
Duck's
never
a
had
little-
duck. I had
I
one.
like
I
it.
don't think I
Yeah.
like it.
The Chinese
Yeah.
duck I had, I never had it any other way.
Yeah,
No?
it's good.
Yeah. I don't know.
Greasy. It's just the greasy meat.
It is. Yeah.
How about I don't know. How about every Thanksgiving food you don't like? Is there something they put out and you're like, ugh?
Dude, I like it all. I like this. Dude, I like the cranberry sauce right out of the friggin' can. With the
Yeah.
ridges in it.
Oh,
I love it.
yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
love it.
great.
The,
That's just a cut line. You get to the
Yeah.
center, you get that
Yeah.
big piece.
Yeah, I'm good with that, man.
yeah. I like sweet potatoes. I like all that shit, man.
I like sweet potatoes, man, but people don't like me after I eat the sweet potatoes.
Yeah. Far enough.
Oh my god, man, they kill me.
Well, Mike, is there anything you don't like at Thanksgiving?
Yeah, man, pumpkin pie. Oof.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. So I got a question.
Just,
coming up
just the
with
sight of that, man. Just
that. Looks like baby shit on crust.
oh yeah.
For me, it's the rice pudding. It's always the rice pudding. I don't nothing to do with the
I
fucking rice
love
pudding. Everybody loves it. I don't like it. I don't know.
Is that a big staple
Love
of
it.
Thanksgiving?
I don't know. They throw it out there. They throw it out there. All right, Dave. I already know Mike's answer, but pumpkin pie or cranberry sauce?
That's two different things,
man.
really.
Yeah, you got to pick one though.
Cranberry sauce you eat with the turkey. You don't have it as dessert. You don't have pumpkin pie with
I
your turkey.
know. I go with
Where you
the
come
pie.
up with this shit from?
You go with the
I
pie.
know. I got the pie, yeah.
Dan
I
goes
mean,
with the pie.
they're like two different things, though. Yeah, like Mike is right, but you got to go two desserts.
Yeah, if you had to eliminate one though, Dane would eliminate the cranberry sauce and stick with the pie. Mike, I already know.
I
your
mean, the
cranberry sauce.
cranberry sauce, it's like, that little dessert you get with the Swanson dinners and stuff like that. And then you have the real dessert afterwards.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
But
I would go with the cranberry. I eat cranberry like chicken cutlets and all that. So anything with chicken, I always have the cranberry sauce with. It's fucking great, dude. How about I remember years ago when they made that sandwich like a big deal, and the sandwich with the turkey, the stuffing, the cranberry sauce, and the gravy. And at first
That's
you go,
fucking awesome.
You look at it and go, that's kind of weird. It's fucking awesome.
No, that's good.
You ever tried it, Dame? You had to try that, Dame, right?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Even Wawa makes a decent one.
7-Eleven makes one that's pretty good too.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that 7-Eleven.
I love 7-Eleven too. I'm a big supporter.
Yeah,
of
they
7-Eleven.
picked it up a little bit, man. They picked it up in the recent years.
Dave's
of
like,
7-Eleven.
they need a fair shot.
I was there today. Bought my 7-Eleven smoked almonds.
There you go.
I
There
got
you
the
go.
best friggin' snacks, man. Wawa's got to step up their game.
All right, Dame, if you're at Thanksgiving, do you prefer a sit-down Thanksgiving dinner or do you prefer like a buffet style?
Yeah, come on,
Buffet, right?
You got to no sit down, man.
Yeah,
Like
you
a
like to
human
sit
being.
down. Well, you're still sitting
Yeah.
down, but I like to go and grab what I want to grab, and
Yeah, I like to sit down.
How about you?
I like
Mike?
to see everything on the table, really, even though, like,
It's nice.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah, I want to go with the buffet style. I like sitting at the table with everybody, but I like grabbing what you want, some shit you don't want. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want somebody serving me, man. I'm sorry. Like, unless I'm at a restaurant. I don't
Yeah. All right, here goes a weird one. Okay. Dame, I'll start with you first. Did you ever have a girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, or wife that looked like a celebrity?
No, I don't think so.
Nobody looked like somebody.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, no doppelgangers.
Just danger.
Dangers, yeah. That I can remember.
Wow. How about you, Mike Ding?
I mean, one girl, she kind of reminded me of that. What's her name? That girl from that vampire movie. That Robert Patrick and that other. What's her name?
You're talking about the fuck is her name?
I can't think of her name.
I know who you're talking about.
Patrick. It was Terminator, right?
Kristen Stewart.
Not Robert Patrick. Kristen Stewart. That's it.
Yeah, Kristen. So you're talking about the vampire.
What's his name? It's not Robert Patrick. It's
Robert Patrick was in
The
Till Dawn.
Was it Robert?
Robert Patrick's
Yeah, I'm
Terminator.
getting my actors confused. Yeah,
Terminator.
For
Robert
me,
Patton.
my wife always gets Stevie Nicks. She gets that all the time. Like we go
I
out
could
there.
see
like,
that.
"You
I could
like
definitely see
She was
that.
younger, definitely when
Mhm.
Stevie Nicks was younger. Yeah, she gets Stevie Nicks all the time. All right,
Yeah,
guys.
but neither of them age.
No, my wife really don't age too much, which
Yeah,
is
right.
great. I mean, she's 4'4", but besides that, All right, Damo. If you had to pick one, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving or the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown?
I don't think I remember the Thanksgiving one.
Neither do I.
No, I
I know, and I know there is one.
Yeah,
So I
Is
guess
there
the
one?
Great Pumpkin, definitely.
There's a Thanksgiving one.
yeah, there's a
Yeah.
Thanksgiving
There
one.
is, yeah. And then there's, yeah. I used to love those Charlie Brown ones, but I don't
Oh, they were
remember the
great.
Thanksgiving one. I don't remember it.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Great Pumpkin. It's just
Yeah.
on originality with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Great Pumpkin too. I think I always look forward to that. Dame, if you had to pick either Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinner, what do you
To me,
prefer?
they're both the same. The difference is you get turkey on Thanksgiving and
Ham.
ham for Christmas. So
Yeah.
it's basically.
I'm not big on ham.
I love ham.
Yeah, me too.
But I do love turkey too. That's like so close. It's like
Yeah, it's close.
I'd go for the Christmas Eve dinner. 7 fishes.
Oh, you going with the fish? You going the night before?
Oh yeah.
I'll go Thanksgiving.
Dame goes Thanksgiving. Mike goes Christmas Eve. Not even Christmas.
Christmas Eve. Yeah.
Christmas Eve. It's tough. You know, what my favorite part of Thanksgiving is it's not even that Thanksgiving dinner. It's them turkey sandwiches later.
Oh yeah,
You
like
know,
the next day.
they're the best.
Well, I do the same thing with the ham.
Oh,
The
yeah,
next
I do
day.
too. I do too. But yeah, that's probably my favorite thing.
Cold stuffing.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm fine with that. Mixtapes and tasty cakes. We'll see you guys next week.